All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started here. We've got a Vinyasa yoga class today. This is going to be kind of like a level 1. I'll give some options for level 2 as well. I am going to play some music. If at any point that gets too loud or you can't hear me, just let me know. Okay, I'll be kind of checking to see if you shoot me any messages, and also you're always welcome to unmute yourselves and chime in, okay? So we're gonna get started. We are starting in a downward facing dog. So we're gonna be kind of up as we get going here. Let's come onto our mats. Hands are about shoulder distance apart, and we just have our full torso extended long here, so toes are tucked under, and we're starting in a plank just to kind of test out the length of our placement for this downward dog. Okay, so hands should be able to be right under your shoulders with legs extended straight back. Feet have small distance between them as well. Let's lift the hips up and back, and I'm just gonna have you soften the knees here. So we have a small bend in both of our knees. So just kind of a gentle dog as we get warmed up. Let's press back forward, come back into your high plank, stack shoulders over hands, neutralize your neck. Deep breath in. And let it out. Let's take those hips up and back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, let's come up onto tiptoes. Exhale, press heels down towards the mat. Inhale, come forward to high plank. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift onto tiptoes. Exhale, reach heels towards the mat. Inhale, come forward to high plank. Exhale, send the hips high again, downward facing dog. Let's bend into the right knee, press down through the left heel, reaching left heel towards the floor. Find length in your left calf and ankle. And let's switch sides, bend into the left knee, press down through the right heel. Deep breath in, and let it out. Let's bend back and forth, right and left, right and left. And now press evenly through each side. Think about reaching your hips up high, draw the belly in, find length through the arms, spine, and legs. Deep breath in, and let it out. Let's bend into knees, look towards hands, step or hop to the top of the mat, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, reach down. Inhale, slowly roll up. Let's reverse swan dive. Take the hands high, gentle back bend, and release them, hands to sides. Deep breath in, find that gentle back bend. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the mat, step back to high plank, pausing here for a breath. Deep breath in, and let it out. Inhale, send the hips up high, downward facing dog. Let's come up onto tippy toes. And now reach heels towards the mat. Inhale, come forward to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows stay close to the waist. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, let's take knees to the mat. Sit back for a child's pose. Sending hips back towards heels. Your knees can be together, or you can take them wide, bring them out towards edges of mat. And let's walk the arms out long. So you're just gonna crawl your fingers maybe another inch, maybe half an inch forward. Feel that lengthening underneath and around the outer edges of your arms. Let's look towards hands and draw yourself forward. Let's come to table, align shoulders over the hands, hips over the knees. Take a deep breath in, press your belly down, look forward. Exhale, chin to chest, lift your spine, draw the belly in. Inhale, look forward, reach your heart forward, draw shoulders back. Exhale, press hands into the mat, lift your spine, chin to chest. Do that a few more times, just rolling through this cat and cow. Move with your own breath. Think about over-exaggerating these motions. Lengthening your breath. You've got a lot of time to get there. Let's pause in cat. So we're drawing the spine up, chin is to chest, and I really want you to feel yourself get cemented into your hands here. Spread your fingers wide, feel yourself pressing your hands into the mat like you were pushing away from it. Inhale, come back to cow, press your belly down. We're holding here this time. You can take a little rock from side to side, that might feel good. Think about drawing your shoulders back, reaching your heart forward, long neck, looking in front of you. Tuck toes under from here. Let's come to neutral. So we're finding length in the spine now, drawing the belly in on purpose. And we're tucking toes under, just lifting knees barely off of the mat. And we're in this bear hover. Okay, so knees are still bending. They're not quite on the floor. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Set your knees down, toes untucked. Sit back for just a moment, short child's pose. Look towards hands, come back forward, come back to that strong table. So straight spine, belly's engaging. Toes tuck under, let's lift back to that bear hover. And we're staying in this hover doing our cat and cow here. Inhale, press the belly down, look forward. Exhale, draw the belly in, lift your spine, chin to chest. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, look forward. You can always set your knees down. Exhale, chin to chest, lift your spine. And one more time, try to keep those knees hovering. Exhale to cat back. And now lift the hips. Let's come up and back. You should find a quick sense of relief in this downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And let it out. Let's bend into knees. Start walking hands back. So we're walking the hands back towards the feet. And you can bend your knees. I want you to keep coming back until your heels reach the floor. Just finding this very soft forward fold with some bending in the knees. Bring hands to opposite elbows. Let your head hang between arms. Let's take a ragdoll here. Find a sway, rocking side to side. Release your lower back. Try to relax your toes. We're looking down. You may notice your toes gripping the mat. And let's pause back at the center. Release elbows, reaching hands down. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold, reach down. Let's heel toe the feet together. So feet are together at the back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, reach down. Inhale, reverse swan dive. We'll slowly peel all the way up to stand. Find your gentle back bend. And then release hands down to sides. And let's root into our feet here. I'll have you separate your feet just a little bit, feet underneath the hips. Take in a deep breath. Let's come to a capital Y shape with our arms. Just taking those arms up overhead. Think about reaching your heart forward like we did in that cow part of cat and cow. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way down. Bring soft bend into the knees. Let's walk hands forward. Come into high plank. So we're back again. Shoulders stacked over hands, legs extended long. Deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And let it out. Inhale, look forward, bend into knees. Step or hop to the top of your mat, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, reach down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, slowly peel all the way up to stand. And release, hands to sides. Inhale, sink the hips, chair pose. We'll pause here for a few breaths. So toes are together, knees are together. We're sitting back, keeping the knees behind the toes. Draw your shoulders away from the ears so we kind of remove those earmuffs, but we're strong, reaching through those arms. One more breath right here. Breathe in. Exhale, take your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to mat, step or hop back. Move through your vinyasa, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, meeting in downward facing dog. Deep breath in and let it out. Inhale, left leg reaching high, three-legged dog. Pause here for a couple breaths. Think about reaching right heel towards the floor. Keep your hips side by side. That left hip will try to kind of creep up a little bit higher. Draw it back down, even with the right side. Then into left knee, look forward. Step through, warrior one. Back heel turns down. We rise strong, warrior one. Square hips up towards the front of the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale, take hands down, step back. Move through vinyasa, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and let it out. Inhale, reach right leg high. And we'll do the same here. Square up your hips. We're drawing that right hip back down so it's level with the left. Reach long through your right leg. That leg is engaged. Bend into knee. Look forward and step through. Warrior one, left heel turns down. And we rise strong, warrior one here. Bend into right knee. Length through the back leg. Deep breath in. And exhale, take hands down, step back. Move through your vinyasa, chaturanga, upward dog or cobra, to downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And let it out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold at the top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, reach down. Inhale, bend into knees, rise back into your chair. Sinking into the knees. Energy through the arms, long arms. And let's release to stand tall. Deep breath in, find that back bend. Exhale, fold forward, step your feet a few inches apart. So feet under the hips. Let's bend into knees here. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, reach down. Find a grip here. You can take peace fingers around the big toes. You could take hands around ankles or calves, but find a grip here and gently pull yourself down. Lighten up on that pull. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold, and find that encouragement here, gently pulling yourself down. Think about maybe taking a gentle wiggle side to side, lengthening through the back of the legs. Last breath here. Let's release the hands. Slowly peel all the way back up, stepping feet together. And release hands to sides. Sink into the hips, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. From here, hands to the mat, step right foot back. We're in runner's lunge. Left knee bending, right leg is long and strong. Toes are tucked under. Get light in fingertips and rise to stand. High lunge. Long and strong through this back leg, deep bending in the left knee. Let's reach left hand back, right arm forward. If you're comfortable, see if you can look towards that left hand. Try to relax front toes here. Last breath here. We'll draw hands into the heart. Take right elbow and hook to outside of left knee. If that's too much, just take your hand across. You can hold it right here. Or we have hands at prayer and we're twisting, bringing the heart through our twist to just try to come to a place where our heart is close to even with our hands. Remember to keep that back leg, your right leg strong. We have one more breath here. Controlled release. Release your hands back to high. Strong high lunge. Deep breath in. And let it out. Turn right heel down. We're in warrior two. Left leg bending, right leg long. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale to warrior two. Extend long through the left leg. Reach forward and tilt into your triangle. Left hand coming down, right arm reaching up, stacking the arms straight up and down. Think about drawing your right shoulder back and drawing your left hip back, staying open in this posture. One more breath here. We'll keep our legs where they are. Tilt back, find a peaceful triangle. Long lines, gentle back bend. As we come forward, bend into front knee, cartwheel hands to mat. Step back and move through your Vinyasa. Chaturanga, upward dog or Cobra, to our downward facing dog. Come back to your breath here. Deep breath in and let it out. Inhale, look forward, bend into both knees, and step or hop to the top of the mat, forward fold. From forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, reach down. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up to stand. Let's find that gentle back bend. And release hands to sides. Inhale, gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Hands will come to the mat this time. And from here, we'll step back, left leg back, runner's lunge. Bending into the right knee, long and strong through the left leg. Get light in the fingertips, rise to high lunge. So we're bending into front knee. So we're getting ready for that twist. Wiggle your right fingertips. Reach the right hand back, left arm forward. And if you can, shift your gaze towards that right hand. Try to rotate your heart through, draw your right shoulder back. We'll bring hands together to prayer here and hook left elbow outside of right knee. You have that option for a shallower twist. Take your hand across. Reach your right hand back or take it to your heart and use that connection to draw yourself deeper into this twist. One last breath here, deep breath in. And let it out. Carefully unwind. First come back to high. And then set your left heel down. We're in warrior two, right foot forward, deep bend in that right knee, strong through this left leg, arms reaching with energy. Inhale, flip your front palm, peaceful warrior. Come back to warrior two, strong warrior two. Again, inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale to warrior two, prepare for triangle. Extend long through both legs, draw the hips back towards the left, tilt forward, bring right hand down, left arm peels to open. Think about opening your heart towards the ceiling or sky. Draw the left shoulder back. Deep breath in and let it out. We'll keep the legs where they are. Flip your palm, lean back, peaceful triangle. And that gentle back bend here. As we come forward, bend into front knee. We'll cartwheel the arms, step back, high plank, and go ahead and move through your vinyasa. We'll take our vinyasa, and we meet in downward facing dog. There you go. A little too much, okay? In our downward facing dog, we'll come back to our breath. Relax your neck, maybe shake your head no a couple of times. Bend into knees, look towards hands, and don't come forward. I'm bringing you back to that bear plank. So we're bending into the knees, get your shoulders stacked over your hands, knees are hovering right over the floor. Long spine, belly is engaged. Inhale, come to that cat-cow tilt. Gaze forward, press the belly down. And now reverse, chin to chest, lift your spine. Inhale, press the belly down, look forward. Exhale, chin to chest, lift your spine. Extend legs long, downward facing dog. Reach the hips up high. Deep breath in. And let it out. Inhale, come up onto tiptoes. Exhale, reach down through heels. Inhale, come forward to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And let it out. Inhale, reach left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through, stay low. We're in runner's lunge, lower right knee to the mat, low lunge. Let the hands draw forward and bring you into a back bend. Think about pressing your hip points forward here and allowing that bend to come into your back. Deep breath in and let it out. Bring hands forward on your mat. Place them a few inches in front of your left foot. Tuck right toes under. We'll lift to runner's lunge here. And we're gonna press up, finding a standing split. So we're reaching the right leg up as high as we can. Okay, and you could also be on supports here like blocks. I'm close to a wall, the furnace, which is kind of nice. And if you're more advanced in this, you could always take one or two hands to your ankle and pull yourself down right there. We're gonna take just one more breath, deep breath in, and let it out. Inhale, bend into both knees. Think about tapping right heel behind your left leg. And then exhale, press back up into that standing split. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, sink down. Exhale, press up into standing split. Bring right toes back to the floor. We'll rise up into high lunge. Strong high lunge. Get grounded into your left foot. Hands come to the heart, start to bring weight forward, and as you're ready, press forward, controlled lift into warrior three. Strong warrior three here, square the hips like we did in three-legged dog, keeping right hip level with left hip. One more breath. We'll release to warrior one. Step right foot back, find a strong warrior one. Extend long through both legs, hips are squared forward, and come into pyramid, folding over front leg. Hands coming down to shin, floor, or blocks. And lots of talk about keeping those hips side by side today. So we're drawing that left hip back, right hip forward just a little bit. Try to keep them side by side. Lift up onto right toes. Take your right heel away from the mat. Deep breath in. And let it out. Set your right heel down. Draw left toes away from the mat, coming up onto left heel. Deep breath in. And exhale, set it back down. Let's bend into the left knee. Rise back into your warrior one. Cactus arms, take a gentle back bend. Bring hands around and down. Step back, move through your vinyasa, chaturanga, upward dog or cobra, to downward facing dog. Deep breath in, and we let it out. Inhale, reach right leg high. Exhale, step through, stay low. Lower left knee to the floor, toes untucking. Start pressing forward through your hip points and bring the hands forward. Reach them overhead, come into this back bend, low lunge. Let's bring hands back down. We're taking them slightly forward on the mat. Tuck toes under. It's a strong press off into our standing split. So those hands are a little more forward now. Maybe they're up on some props, a little bit higher. We're reaching through that left leg. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, bend into both knees, tap left behind right. Exhale, explode back up, standing split. Inhale, bend into both knees. Exhale, explode back up, standing split. Deep breath in. And let it out. We'll carefully bring left toes back down to the mat, and we'll rise into our high lunge. Get strong in this lunge, grounded in the right side. Bring the hands to heart and start shifting weight forward. Carefully press off warrior three. Strong warrior three, bring that left hip back down even with the right. Long spine here. One more breath. And we'll come up, releasing to warrior one. Step the left foot back, bend into right knee, strong warrior one. Extend long through the right leg, find length in the spine. Fold over the right leg, pyramid pose. And if you need to shorten up a little bit here, you can always step that left foot forward a little bit. Always options to place the hands on props or up higher on your own leg. So a big stretch going through the back of the right leg right here. Inhale, come up onto left toes, left heel comes off the floor. Exhale, set it back down. Inhale, peel right toes away from the floor, coming onto right heel. And exhale, set your full foot back down onto the floor. Let's carefully rise, bend into right knee, warrior one. Cactus the arms, gentle back bend. Release hands to high, strong warrior one here. Let's take hands back down, framing your foot, step back, move through Vinyasa. We'll meet in child's pose this time. Knees to the mat, toes untucked, send hips back towards the heels. Knees can be wide or they can be narrow. Let's look towards hands. Draw yourself back into a strong table. Stack shoulders over the hands. Knees are directly under the hips. Inhale, reach right leg back, left arm forward. Exhale, cat tilt, elbow to knee. Draw your belly in. Inhale, reach long, find length here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach long. Pause here this time and gaze forward. Bend into the back leg. Reach around, left hand finding foot or ankle. Kick into your hand. Let your head come up. Kick and feel that opening through your left shoulder. Stay with your breath here. Controlled release, let go of your foot, extend back out to long. Place the left hand to the mat. We'll peel open into this supported side plank, kind of like a kneeling half moon. Let the hips rotate open. Now stack right hip over the left hip, right shoulder over left shoulder, and think about opening. Look towards the ceiling. Turn this back leg on, reaching long. Bend into right knee, take right hand to find foot or ankle. Kick into your hand, feel that opening through your right shoulder now. Last breath here. We'll extend the arm and leg back out long. Carefully come around. Let's set down, foot and knee and the hand back to the floor. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, press the belly down, look forward. Exhale, chin to chest, lift the spine. One more time, inhale, head up, heart forward. Exhale, chin to chest, lift the spine. Let's come back to that strong table. Inhale, reach left leg back, right arm forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, long, strong reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck. One more time. Inhale, long reach. Holding here, bend into left knee, bring right hand around. Looking for foot or ankle, let your head come up. Kick into hand and allow yourself to find a back bend here. Feel that stretch through your right shoulder. Deep breath in and let it out. Controlled release. Let's release that binder, reaching back to long. Set your right hand down and we'll rotate open here. Reaching up through the left arm, stack arms straight up and down. Let the hips stack, so we're drawing that left hip back, left shoulder back, gaze is lifted. Deep breath in and let it out. Let's bend into the left knee. Left hand finds foot or ankle. Kick into your hand here. Think about looking over your shoulder. Finding that back bend here one more time. Carefully release. Let's come back to long. And then set down hand and knee. I'm going to have you just take a couple rocks. Sit back and then come forward. Reach hips towards heels and forward. One more time. Sit back, come forward. Let's tuck toes under, lift to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and let it out. So we're gonna shorten our dog here. I'm gonna have you shorten it and take it wider. So we're stepping both feet forward and we're taking them about as wide as the mat. I brought them up about a full foot. Get light into your right hand, reach right hand through and across. We're bringing right hand to connect to the outside of left ankle. And you're gonna pull here, so gently pulling to rotate your heart through, looking under your left arm. We'll only take a couple breaths here. Carefully unwind, bring your right hand back to the floor. Get light on the left side. Left hand reaches through towards the right ankle and gently pull through, looking under right arm. One more breath here. Carefully unwind. And we'll bend into the knees lightly. Walk hands back towards your feet. So we're coming into this wide forward fold. Reaching down. Come back to your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, reach down. And from here, rotate your feet out. So toes are off the mat, your heels are on the mat. Toes are just rotating out. Let's bend into knees, bring hands onto hips, find that flat back. Press into your feet, rise all the way up to stand tall. Inhale, reach hands overhead, hands come to prayer. Exhale, yogi squat. We'll sink the hips down. So think about sinking the hips. It's okay to take a little wiggle from side to side. You want to try to stay long through that spine, so you might stay up a little higher instead of, getting low by curving through your back. One more breath here. Exhale. Inhale, release hands, scoop them up overhead, hands back to prayer. Exhale, sink down to that yogi squat. Deep breath in and let it out. Inhale, press up to stand. Exhale, release hands to sides. I'm gonna have you step the feet back together, okay? So feet come together, toes to touch. And I want you back on your mat, so you shouldn't be at the top of your mat right now. You should be at least halfway back, okay? Inhale, come to that gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, reach down, and I'm gonna have you come up onto your toes, take your heels off of the mat, and start sinking your hips down, okay? So I'm giving you a couple of options here. You could work on holding a balance here, or if you're working on crow, you're gonna get a chance to work on it today. Okay, so for crow, this is a arm balance. You'll be bringing hands forward, okay? I do recommend feet together for this. And you're coming firmly into your palms, okay? Gripping the floor with your palms, not your fingers. You'll want to bring your hips up high, bending into elbows. Get light on the feet, and when you're ready, you'll lift away from the floor. Okay, maybe you stay out there for a breath or two. If you're just working on this for maybe your first time, you're not alone, okay? A great way to get started on this is to practice taking 1 foot away from the floor at a time, so I'm gonna do that with you. So let's just give the legs a break. You've been down there a while. I want you to just stand up, shake them out, and just be familiar with the idea that you're gonna fall out of crow pose while you're learning it, and that's normal. You're close to the ground anyways, you're gonna be okay. So let's go with our feet together, okay? And we're gonna take those hands right overhead to get started. I'm gonna have you bend into knees, let your heels come away from the floor so we're on our toes as we come down. Bring hands down to the mat. We're planting firmly. Hands are as wide as the shoulders. I'm gonna start lifting my hips up high and bending into my elbows. I'll practice getting light on one side. So my left foot's off the floor. I'm gonna set it down and I'm gonna sit back for a second. Okay, so I'm just practicing that forward shift of my weight. Let's reroot into our palms. Lift the hips high again. And practice on the right side. Get that right side away from the floor. If you're feeling brave, maybe try to get that left foot off the floor as well. Take a second and rock back, okay? We're gonna try this just one more time. And the last thing I want you to think about is just crazy core engagement, okay? You're really holding yourself up, yes, through some arm strength, but just as much so through your core strength. So think about drawing yourself up from the inside. Let's try it one last time. Hands to the floor. We're on our toes, start bringing weight forward. Get light on the feet, strong through the belly. Maybe lift off for a second or two. When you are done playing, I'm gonna have you go ahead and bring the legs around. We're gonna take a seat right here. Give yourself room with some space behind you. We're gonna sit nice and tall, last fold of the day. Let's draw the toes back towards shins. Inhale, reach up nice and high. Exhale, fold over your legs here. Hands to your legs or feet. And just very lightly give yourself a gentle pull deeper into your stretch. Stay with your breath out here. Let's release that grip, slowly start peeling up. We'll sit tall, reach hands overhead, and then bring your hands back in front of you, reaching arms long, palms turning up. We'll slowly melt down onto the mat. Make sure that you do have enough room behind you. We'll allow that curving to come into the spine, engaging through the belly, slowly, slowly rolling back. Shoulders and head last. Once the head is down, take a full body stretch, reaching long from toes all the way up through the fingertips. Bring palms to the mat, hands come down to sides, and bend into the knees. We'll place feet on the floor, feet about hip width apart. And we're stacking those knees directly over the heels. So we walk the feet in pretty close towards our glutes. Inhale, press into your feet, lift to bridge. We're drawing the hips away from the floor. Neck should be neutral and very comfortable. Let's lower back down. We're gonna take a reclined pigeon here. Let's bring left foot away from the floor, cross left ankle over right knee. Think about opening up through that left hip, so that's rotating out. You can stay here. You can also bring your right foot off of the floor, hands come to back of right thigh, and gently pull your legs in towards you. And just continue to open out through that left knee. We'll carefully release here. Bring your right foot back to the floor. I want you to keep this cross for now. Let your left leg keep sliding over the right until your left knee is right over your right knee. Let's take arms open wide like a capital T. Scooch hips a couple inches over to your left. And now let your knees turn down towards the right side. We're gonna get a really nice spinal twist here. And then just turn your head to look over your left shoulder. We'll carefully come back to recenter. Let's unwind, get recentered on your mat. Let's give the left knee a hug in towards the chest, gentle squeeze here, and then bring it back to the floor. We'll bring those hips back, feet back to hip distance apart, hands to sides. Inhale, lift hips away from the floor, find that bridge. Exhale, lower back down. Let's bring right ankle across, this time right ankle over left knee. And we're carefully just allowing, again, that knee to open out to the side. You can stay here or reach towards the back of left leg, left foot comes off of the floor, gently pulling legs in towards you. One more breath here. Let's bring left foot back to the floor. And we'll keep this cross going. Slide your right knee over the left. Let's take cactus arms this time. So we're bending the elbows, back of hands on the floor. Let's lift the hips, scooch them over to the right a few inches. And then slowly let your knees come down towards the left side. We'll turn the head to look over right shoulder. We'll carefully start unwinding here. Let's come back to center, get recentered on the mat. Let's give the right knee a hug in towards the chest, gentle pull here. And set it down. Let's keep the knees bent, draw the feet together. Bring your left hand to your heart, bring your right hand onto your belly. We'll take a reclined round angle, bringing soles of feet together. Allow your knees to open out in opposite directions. We'll close the eyes here. Just allow yourself to be heavy. Feel that support underneath you. From here, I'll have you make your way to your final rest. It could be right there. You could stay in that reclined bound angle or come out to a more traditional Savasana with legs extended, arms long, palms turning up. We'll keep the eyes closed. We'll spend about a minute here. Allow thoughts to pass through your mind, acknowledge them, and let them go. start to bring some attention back into your body. Make some small movements with fingers and toes. Let's take one more full body stretch, reaching arms overhead, reach the legs out long in front of you. And relax right here. Bend the knees, bringing soles of feet to the floor. Carefully roll onto one side, resting there for just a moment. As you're ready, make your way up to a comfortable seat. And we'll just end here with a few breaths together. Sitting tall, let's rest back of wrists on the knees. Think about setting your shoulders back, finding length all the way up through your center, through your spine, neck, out the crown of your head. Let's take a deep breath in. Open the mouth and let it out. One more time, deep breath in. And release it out. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. Light and love in me recognizes the light and love in each of you. Namaste.